Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going over to XRP once again. Thank you for your support. Okay, big the CoinsKid crew. So thank you for liking the videos, sharing the videos, and most importantly, your subscription on YouTube. Please check out the other socials, the Twitter, the TikTok, things like that. The Discord for the CoinsKid crew right there. We've got some fantastic communities, and we're always building. Okay, so one thing I'm going to start to do is introduce comments and questions into these videos. So if you will kindly leave a comment, question, whatever, I'll try and introduce that comment as a reply and a question and answer sort of thing into each and every single video every day for you. Okay, so if you've got any questions, just fire away on the video today, and I'll look at it tomorrow in review. So right now, Bitcoin, it actually printed a positive month for September, didn't it? 3.91% when everyone was looking at Rectember right there. Obviously we keep an eye on Bitcoin. I do Bitcoin every day in the charts for you, because obviously if Bitcoin's looking healthy, then expect XRP to be healthy. Even if Bitcoin's going vertical, just kick back, relax, and know eventually XRP will catch up. Basically, this is how it all works. Okay, so like I said to you, we need to see Bitcoin looking relatively bullish and healthy going up for us to expect any upside here for XRP. Okay, so the month of September was positive for Bitcoin. The last time we did do that was 6.04% in 2016, which led to a beautiful move for Bitcoin. So again, in theory, if the statistics are ringing true here, then we should be looking at beautiful upside for the remainder of the year here for Bitcoin, which obviously XRP follows suit, because Bitcoin's the dad and like XRP's a little kid, and it follows everything its dad's done, and that's really simple. So taking a quick look at the DXY on the daily, we keep landing on this support right now, don't we? We've had multiple tests of this support. So if we make a lower high here and we break down below this support, then I think that this scenario right there could be a major signal for you. So again, you could be patient, sit on your hands, but what we're looking for is this chart to break down if we're expecting XRP to have any kind of upside going forward. Okay, at the moment it has, on the weekly time frame anyway, with confluence of last year in September as well, it has hit a peak level resistance, and we've got the big wick. So like I said to you, potentially come back, fill the wick before dropping. So if we can see the earlier signs within the daily, the sort of lower time frames leading to the high time frames, if you can start to see things on the lower time frames, it starts to catch up basically, and the macro starts to print. So at the minute, what we're looking at as a potential scenario, that big wick there in September of last year equally got a big wick here in September of this year. The last week we started to come back up into this, didn't we? Retrace, and then we dropped. Now this was a major signal just there, because we began to lose structure for the DXY. So that low just there that we put in, as soon as that was lost, that was indicative, okay, the DXY was cooked. That was a major signal. So again, this is what we need to see here. We need to see this loss of this low on the weekly time frame for the DXY, which is currently, I'll drop that in for you. If we do start to see the loss of that low, then that in itself could be a major warning sign that the DXY is about to tumble, and with that we're going to look at the inverse correlation with XRP, where it's about to pop to the upside. But again, obviously it can be all invalidated, but I'm looking for signatures in this particular chart to give us any analysis to our analysis on XRP that it's looking to break to the upside, okay, which is something I've been looking at. So anyway, we'll keep it on the DXY. I'll drop it into charts every single day for you, okay? So that's your key support. If you start to see a DXY coming down below 105.526 on any time frame, then boom, you're getting a confirmation that you're losing structure right there, because equally you're losing that trend line, okay, on the daily. So anyway, let's dive into the XRP chart right now. So looking at XRP on the hourly time frame, we can throw the head and shoulders pattern into the bin, and thank you for Sasha and the CoinsKid crew for spotting that particular pattern, because it's what helped to set up this particular trade that we executed. I think it was Friday we was looking at this, wasn't it? We've got the closes outside of this resistance. Like I said to you, there's an expansion here, because what we've got is support, and resistance. So if ever you can spot these patterns, like I said to you, there's a trade, whether it's long, short, whatever. So the bearish scenario was the fact that was a left shoulder, that was a head, there's a right shoulder. If you break down below support, you've got to go short, put your stop loss on the previous swing high to negate the trade going forward. But at this point, this actually went in favor of the bulls, and what we've got is a breakout resistance. You've got multiple closes outside of this resistance, and equally the EMAs with golden crosses right towards the apex of an ascending triangle. So this was a beautiful bullish signal, and from that, I said to you, I think we'll actually run as hard as that red line, and that's exactly where we found resistance, which are these highs here. Okay, so XRP is conforming to these levels of resistance and support, so it's doing okay. And I think what we've got here as a potential scenario is a massive reversal pattern that we're printing on the daily. Now, just a few days ago, XRP, just like this sort of little micro ascending triangle just there, where you're getting compressed under resistance and support, got beautiful golden crosses towards the apex. Now this is something you need to keep an eye on. I've relayed this to you many times on multiple time frames. You see these compression patterns and you get crosses on the EMA towards the apex. All you got to do is go long on buy bit or bit get. It's entirely up to you. Ride it up, stop loss on the swing low. Okay, equally, you know, you get in the opposite. If you've got a descending triangle that's doing this, and you've got support, and then you get the golden crosses, the death crosses, sorry, the opposite of golden crosses towards the apex, you've got to go short, stop loss swing high, or, you know, even lower to minimise the risk, basically. They don't always play out, but it's always a lovely little trade if you can spot them on any time frame, okay? So we've got compression just there, leading to expansion. The telltale sign was the closes outside this resistance, the golden crosses in the apex. At that point, you've got a probability, you know, high probability that the long's going to be met, basically. So, you know, again, nothing I say is financial advice. Everything is for educational entertainment purposes only, but again, you've got one just there. You know, if you take a look, you've got this key level resistance coming up, and you've got a golden cross right in the apex. What happened? Broke out. Beautiful. So anyway, nothing I say is financial advice. Everything is for education and entertainment purposes only. But this has been a beautiful trade for the CoinsKid crew. For those that paid attention, from this level of resistance being broken, you know, we've tapped that. It was around about 7.69% long up on XRP. So aside from that, for XRP at the moment, like I said to you, what we are doing, if we drop the drawings out, equally here, if you take a look, there's your key level resistance. This is why you ran into that, and then you've got this level of support, ascending level of support. So what you've got on the macro, which is a daily, is equally an ascending triangle that's beginning to carve out, which is a pattern I was looking at, okay? And equally within the apex of this particular pattern, you've got your golden cross. So there's your first golden cross. So if this is fruitful, just like the 4 hourly was, then like I said to you, you're going to start to see the micro moving into the macro, the lower time frames moving into the high time frames. If this is indeed a reversal, then in theory, you know, you should be going long with your stop loss on the swing low to negate this trade, basically. So this is something I'm looking at right now. The XRP could be on the cusp of a breakout. If you start to take out that level of resistance just there where you tapped it the other day, you start to get closes above the 55, then it's increasing probability here that XRP is about to run to that level there at minimal 0.59730, which is this leg of support that's been lost. And then equally, I'm looking at tapping that level of resistance just there, which is that level of support that's been lost without back testing resistance as well. So we'll ride the waves together, okay? That's 0.67096. You know, so the whole way down there, I've been telling you that I think that XRP, and I've already got them marked in the charts just there, I think that XRP is potentially looking at retracement to these levels here before you get too bearish, okay? And at that point, that's the telltale sign. What's XRP going to do? He's going to turn around and come back down or whatever. You know, who knows? No one knows. No one's got a crystal ball, but it's all about support and resistance. And what I'm looking at right down here, when everyone's really bearish, is a high low coming back up, compression lead to expansion. Tap that, what happens? Tap that, what happens? Do we crash, you know, or do we break it? My guess is the fact that I think we might break it, because there's lots of confluence in many other charts. So it doesn't make me a perma bull. This is just an opportunity that I'm looking at, a potential. That's your macro low, 35-day ABC, which we did in 2020, which led to a massive move here. And you know, the last time we did something like this in 2020, we tapped this red line. Okay, obviously it was higher because it's descending. This is why I think we could be on the cusp of a major move to roughly $1.31. And this is something I've been relaying to you for many moons right now. Hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Remember, you can go long, you can go short, you can trade all these breakouts, intraday, you know, whatever you want to do. All the links are on CoinsKid.com and in each and every single video description. Take care, everyone. Back to another update on XRP. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.